tons or 16 tons. See, if we see the Volvos and all, they come out with massive trucks on the road. And industry is accepting every day the changes in the equipment. Today, that you see the equipments, how big equipments are on the road. And the courts are not even responding to that kind of equipment which is already there on the roads. So that is a mismatch. Nowhere it is very close to the nearest to the address the problem. Still we are continue to force it to continue, or I don't know what is the issue with that. We don't want to get out of that or think little bit better than that. Don't get out if you don't 100% roads cannot be changed. But can we think little bit ahead? What is the next? We just done some of the demos earlier stage, picked up some of the these topping overlays. So we don't want to address the change in the rigid payment. Rigid payment anyway it is there in the system, but only thing, and the entire concrete technology or transportation engineer, I'll see the asphalt portion of this one is very high, and only concrete part or rigid payment part is only few numbers of pages earlier. I don't know when we are reading. And if I heard Narayan for last 1 hour, I think it is one should have one book like that. So that is how the complexity of the concrete. And concrete is the largest selling material in the country and the world. And it is going to be the only material in the future. Next 10 years, 20 years, if you take in India, this is the only material which is going to create a lot of wonders in the country. What is the understanding of us? How much people we associate with the concrete, which is a basic material for all of our needs. So that is the reason I always see that move away. This is you have to see, you have to work against the time as in R&D persons. What should be my takeaway for this? When Prime Minister Modi has announced Swachh Bharat, can I give one remote controlled toilet to him? Let him go and see, keep entire country should be flooded with toilets. Can we make infrastructure? It is so much of bad conditions. Can you empower them? Any of the technologies. Think it over. Man, don't don't think conventionally. Think out of the way. Can you do something on that? So that overnight you can build 40 kilometers per day. What is the ambitious plan of National Highway? Can you make them to 80 kilometers? You have to empower them. See, people are thinking, mechanical people are thinking the cars to be driven without drivers. They integrate the cars with the IT systems or whatever the systems. They want to see that Google want to run the cars without drivers. Can we think like that? That's only the purpose of coming here. See that this is the way we have to change our thought process. Don't stick to that codes. They're all you consider they are the guidelines. Can we do better than that? We are younger generations. We are not old people. We don't have time like that. 100 years, nothing has happened in the country, but next 100 years, it is going to be wonderful years for the country. So this is the overlays. Just I'll go through that. Simple roads can be converted into sustainable roads. This is the opportunity only towards this road sector. We must be seeing that Pradhan Mantri Gramina Sadak Yojana is another gray area for all of us. We can work this. This is the potential opportunity. These are the challenges associated with both housing as well as the road. It is similar in every walk of life. This is the function of the road. Basically, earlier it has having a commuting facility. Now it has been graduated to so many complexities. See, road function also graduated to lot of things. Earlier it is only connecting one village to other or one city to other, only for commutation purpose or transportation. Now it has become very complex place. Everything comes on road now. So this is how. Why all these years there are various thought process. It is not mine. It is there in the public domain. These are some of the fact of the this one, because predominantly this is the things why this industry is struggling. And when you speak about concrete, there is a lot of things. Even Narayan also threatened like shrinkage crack, creep crack, all these things. If a concrete man, being a concrete man, I never realized this much complexity there in the concrete when I am supplying every day thousands of cubic meter of concrete to the country. And we supply every month about 5 lakh cubic meter of concrete across the country. And be the head of the technical, I was worried how many shrinkage cracks, how many thousands of creep has happened on these buildings, and this is how it works. Every time I have to answer so many questions only for this. Let us not answer all these things. Let us make use of the product wherever applicable. See, this is the guidelines which is already revised. It was started in 2008, this guideline. First guideline was given in 2008. It was revised, fortunately, with all our efforts. It has been revised to 15. And we need to revise these codes every now and then actually. I request all the professors or the committee members who are there, they should go back to the books and see that what should be modified now and then so that people get benefited more and more. So this is the, this is not the new thing actually, just we want to promote this. This is how it was left side rutted road which warrant for overlay. I request the authorities, once you warrant for overlay, which will cost 600 to 700 or 800 rupees per square meter, simply switch over to concrete overlay, which will cost you 1100 to 1200, about 30-40% higher, and live happily there for 20-30 years. That is a whole my today's keynote address. This is a type depends upon the loading conditions and the purpose of load, which was varies 100 mm to 2 mm of thin white topping and ultra thin for 50 to 100 for internal roads where you don't get axial loads. This is anyway, it is there in the IRC guidelines. I will not go into that. These are the right application whenever they want overlay, asphalt overlay, just switch over to concrete overlay. That is the only thing. These are the history, just you will get into this one. And in India, we have just started in 2010, first overlay built at, because government's no seeing is believing. It's a huge, the sector, and they cannot go without any guidelines, without any rule book. You have to understand their actual problem also. With that, what we decided as a cement manufacturer, concrete manufacturer, we went for demos across the country. First demo was the road built at Bangalore and Hosur road, which was a very busy road, and it is performing very well. I will show the pictures. Second one is, as she has already told, we built road at Jaipur Tank Road, which was connecting airport to Vidhan Saudha. Third is at Chennai Velachery, which is next to IIT Chennai, which was Rajbhavan is there. Fourth one is road number 10, Hyderabad, because to make them more confident, because here what we have done, we removed all this, the what you call tie bar, double bars, all these things. Simply we replace asphalt overlay with concrete overlay. The way the asphalt is put, similar way we put the concrete. No double bar, no tie bars, nothing is there. Only thickness varied. Because there also we are requesting the people, but again there is a lot of time to change the mindset. When 20 mm asphalt overlay can sustain for 1 year or 2 years, whatever they use it, what is the problem? Why I should only ask for doing 200 mm? But design is not enabling reduce less than 200 mm or 100 mm for a vehicle which is having a 10-ton axle load or 16 axle ton. That's how it works. Otherwise, as a research student, you can take up and see that what is the difference, where I can reduce, what is the pressure which is coming on that, what is the number of axle coming on that, what is the stress, what is the strain, all this you can study and reduce it, build more number of roads. Our whole idea is to not to sell the concrete and cement. Can we build more number of roads with the same budget or same the constraint? That's how it works. So these are some of the examples. I'll just go through one of the major, these are the advantages over the asphalt overlay. So you can see that I guess the life cycle cost is very effective because you need not to spend much money. Only 30-40% initial cost will be there. So otherwise, if you reduce the thickness, that also will be matched because it is asphalt is imported one most of the times. These are the things you must see that there will not be any rutting and all. This is a major problem in concrete crack. See, concrete has a tendency to crack like asphalt oxidizes with oil. This is not a water friendly material, even it deteriorates with the water, deteriorates with rains, all these things. This is a basic inherent property of a concrete. Concrete tends to crack, but only thing you have to avoid it. And today globally they want to have exposed color. Concrete color people started liking it. They don't want to paint. Similarly on asphalt you have to see the structure. What is important? My house slab should not crack. I am fine with that. But road is airline crack or small non-structural crack, what will make difference for a road user? He will not fell like a pothole problem kind of a things. it will again filled with dust and all. Nobody cleans the roads. On its own it will clean. If you see, if I surprised to see that Mangalore roads are beautiful because of the rains happening. It is every day it is washed, just like Yugadi festival in houses. We wash the houses once in a year in the villages. Similar to I am seeing this road. Otherwise asphalt, even after rains, you don't this much of cleanliness. That is advantage. You see the improved riding quality because of its hard surface and all, you don't get skidding and all. And once you don't have the potholes or erratic flow will not be there, because you already assured of the payment is, even though it is a water is there, even flood is there, you assured that it is a concrete road, you will dare to drive in the system. Resistance to weather, oil spillage, better reflectivity in the nights because of its color. And as per the studies, you that this is a very simple this one study. Flexible payment has to overcome all the times. This is only I am taking for the loads, truck loads, not for the two-wheelers and four-wheelers of cars and all. Fuel savings for trucks and buses will have 10 to 20% saving. Reduces heat and effect. I think one must, you should, as a student, should have some curiosity over all these things. In middle of the sun, you should walk on the barefoots, remove your shoes and walk on that, and get into the similar to that concrete. I think you will feel at least 5 to 6 degrees variation. Many times in middle of the sun, you cannot able to walk on asphalt because it will stick to your leg. On concrete surface, you can walk. All these benefits is intangible and not noticed. Use of indigenous material like cement, you can see lot of GGBS and fly ash. Anyway, we are using in all the concrete. We are replacing almost 30% of the cement in all our grade of concretes, right from M15 to M80. See, this all concrete, once it is reached the after service life, we can retrieve 100% fully this material and reuse for the production of concrete or for other. This is how pictorially it is shown. We see the bottom line, it is number of intervention in 40 years of design period for asphalt. In top, you can see it is a concrete pavement. Very minimum intervention is required. See the don't carry with a cost. You see the importance of the traffic, the whole relaying, the obstruction, again for the departments to get the approval, redesign, every year you have to make a budget, all these things, it's a painful process. Sometimes this is not the priority sector when compared to health and education for the government. See, at that time, the people will again put into great difficulties. Those years, without road, he has to use that road because budget constraints. He will not get that fund, even though engineer want to do the road. Where is the fund? That year he has to struggle. Again, he has to, the whole population slog on around the system. That's how it works. You see the how it will affect, because ripples it has to overcome, and again every ripples will have more engine work. If you use more engine knowledge, it will consume more fuel. If you consume more fuel, what will happen? You will get more carbon dioxide and CO and oxide things. That's how it will pollute more and more if the roads are not efficient. If the speed is not the requirement, you will get a lot of intangible or tangible detrimental or polluted kind of things, because it keep on going that. Even in lighting in the night, your roads are not reflective. You require more powers to illuminate to safety reasons. Again, it requires depends high power. Like this year also we spend a lot of diesel burning. One side we are losing the money, other side we are getting the oxides. See the reflectivity, you can even measure in the night. As a student, you can just take a lux meter and go below the asphalt and below the, that is a curiosity should be there for your, write an article to some magazine. I just tested with lux meter, which hardly cost you. That's the interest should be there. How quickly you can stop the vehicle on both the pavement? It is again studied by the Pavement Association of America, so PCA. This in all the tests, I think concrete perform better. This is a high island effect I told you right now. The temperature on the surface at the middle of the sunny days is very high compared to concrete. And concrete can be used for many applications. You can just right away put into, make it no fines concrete. It allows water to go inside and it improves the ground discharge. And It is not, it should not go inside the pavement. It should be taken out of the road system and allow to flow to the drains and collect somewhere else. I was struggling most of the BBMPs except Bangalore and to some extent Delhi. No city is having proper footpaths in the cities. Almost 90% of the Bangalore city roads are having footpaths. Around 40 to 50% nowadays, up to 60% in Delhi. Otherwise, rest of the countries, most of the places you don't get proper the footpaths for the pedestrians or the users. That is the reason always you see Bangalore is a greener city because footpath will have most of the trees on that, and every house will have 2 trees because system has provided footpath in front of the house. That's how it works. Once you provide it, somebody will add to it. If you don't have, if you deprive of this system, what somebody will add? Nothing. You will only create the problem. This is how concrete can be used. And this I will run through that one of the major projects which we have done few years back at Bangalore. If anybody comes to Bangalore, you can just take a ride on this. It's a beautiful road which was connecting to Pune-Bangalore highway. Leads to, from this end to Tumkur right side to, it will lead to Electronic City. It is a bypass which was in private road. Bangalore-Mysore Infrastructure Corridor Road. This is the design part. All M40 grade concrete we recommend with fibers. Fibers is a mandatory because as you rightly explained in the morning, concrete tends to have crack at various stages inside and externally both because of the usage. This is how concrete is used, and this is all in the specifications and all. We just ensure that these designs